one of the things that can promote self-regulating learning through direct instruction is interactive notebook feedback. I can give some feedback, but with the volume of notebooks and the frequency that I'm able to do it, I can't give the levels of feedback that this theory wants. And so I looked at a digital technology called Google Keep to try and create some sort of process where students can collect a portfolio style notebook, and I would be able to look over their shoulder more frequently and provide digital comments. I've done this in the past with Google Slides, where I've created a digital template here for a notebook. It has everything they need. It's all filled in the blank. Their objective tracker, their AHA connection page. I've got areas for their vocabulary, explicit vocabulary, the investigation formats. We do a reading section. So all the things that I would do in my paper notebook, I've used this for certain students as an accommodation, and it's very easy to provide feedback, and I can look at this thing daily. I don't have to hunt him down and get a hold of his notebook, and I don't have to have 100 notebooks sitting in my room. And of course, when you take the notebooks away from the students, then they can't use the notebooks. And so having a digital notebook kind of makes this feedback part more seamless. I really enjoyed this. But trying to branch out and use a different technology, I went with the Google Suite just because all of my students have Google Chromebooks or better, and our school district provides them with Google accounts. And so I wanted to use something that they had access to and that was free and fairly easy to work with. And so I started making some notes in here, trying to replicate some of the things that we do in my digital notebook. I've got this thing color-coded, and I created a couple different units in here. So for Unit 1, there's a picture that I might have them include. You can make a checklist of things that they can do. You can kind of check these things off, keeps them organized. They have access to the investigations. It would work in conjunction with the Google Slide Deck as their digital kind of workspace. One of the downsides I did not like, we use sheets. I've gone away from paper pencil graphs completely, collect data, and then we make graphs, and then we pull trend lines off these graphs, and then we can get an equation, and then we actually apply that equation. So there's no way to add this sheet to Google Keep, which I thought was odd. If you open up a Google Doc, on the side here, you've got Keep, and you have access to all of your notes, and you can take notes on Google Keep. And so here I have the purpose I wrote down. You can add more notes as needed. And it works really well, and it syncs over to Google Keep. And you can do all the same things on your phone. You could take pictures on your phone, and they would show up here in Google Keep. And it was a great place to put everything together. But you can't sync any of the Google Sheets, which that was kind of surprising. Also, if you have a PDF, there's no way to move these PDFs into Sheets, so you're going to have to convert them to docs. In keeping with the promotion of self-regulating learning, being organized, giving them study skills, keeping them on track, giving them something to interact with and build to make a product was really important. Having the inquiry-based curriculum that I do in science, coupled with the ability to give them immediate feedback, was a really good way to promote these self-regulating learning strategies that we're trying to instill in our students.